Oh my god. It looks like she's willing to grow, you know. Hello, welcome to this video. My name's Dan, aka Lucent. I'm a music producer and songwriter, and today I'm going to be reacting to Billie Eilish's brand new album, Happier Than Ever. Let's go. You might have noticed that I don't look quite as together as I usually do. I'm a little bit of a mess. Last night was my work leaving drinks. I didn't think I'd drink that much, but today, oh my god, I've been feeling so sick. Hence why this video is probably later than you expected. I'm so sorry. I didn't realise that I just would feel this sick. I just can't cope with alcohol anymore. I've still got my pajamas on. But I'm here, I'm feeling okay now, so I'm gonna do the reaction for you. So throughout the week, I did a variety of posts on the YouTube social, and there's been a lot of drama. There was a poll, and a lot of you were very you know, against what Billie's been doing. I'm not gonna get too into the drama because, to be honest, this is a music channel, and I'm gonna get around to just doing you know, reacting to the music. But yeah, when it comes to that kind of drama, I like to be forgiving, especially for someone who is, you know, female in this industry. We know what our lovely females have to go through in this industry often, and they often get cancelled. And I don't know all the details. I'm not gonna start preaching about it, but I just would say to you, you know, maybe just think, you know, she's a young girl. She's obviously gonna make mistakes, and if she's apologized for it, then it's okay. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's a reason to really kind of have such a crazy reaction against her. Yes, tolerance, I think, is the best thing. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and if you don't want to watch this reaction because you don't like Billie anymore, that's absolutely fine. But I'm gonna focus on the music from now. So the music I've heard so far, I haven't heard NDA, actually. I kind of thought I'd save it for this reaction. So I've heard Your Power, Lost Cause, and My Future. Therefore I Am as well. Therefore I Am, meh. I didn't really like Lost Cause very much, but I love My Future. And Your Power is quite good as well. So far, I've been a bit underwhelmed, especially considering how much I loved her first album. And the word that has been floating around the internet is, you know, is this going to flop? Is she going to find success with her second album? It's always difficult for an artist. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm optimistic, but we'll see how this goes. So before we get started with the reaction though, if you really like these kinds of videos, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. And like this video as well if you like it, because it helps in the rankings. Okay, so let's do it. Let's listen to the album. It's quite a big one. So this is song number 1. This is Getting Older. Okay. I love the dry vocals that she always has. Okay. Different when a stranger's waiting. Yeah, so this is her dealing with fame. Wow. Shit, the strangers seem to want me more than anyone before. Oh, wow. Too bad they're usually deranged. Wow. This is very personal. Huh. She's really doubting herself. I like that musically. Like the way that the chords go. Quite beautiful. So she's kind of looking at how her life has changed and developed as a result of the fame, you know. It's nice. Still got that signature Billie style. Ooh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. So the positive things she's learning as well, you know. Wow. She's disillusioned with the music. Yeah. She's kind of musing, ruminating, isn't she? Yeah. Right, okay, so an opening to the album. Actually, really, I liked that quite a lot. It seemed like she was really digging into her grappling with fame, the kind of trauma that it caused her, and kind of then questioning herself and seeing kind of dark sides of herself. But then at the same time, she then was then looking at the things that she'd grown from and looking at the positive sides of stuff. And she kind of reveals at the end that up until this point, she hasn't been confident enough to really show us the truth. And now she thinks it's time. I quite like that. Yeah, I like that as a message. And I really like that as an opening to the album because it kind of sets up what the album's going to be about, which is going to be her, more of her, showing us the ups and the downs, you know. Yeah, good start. Love that. Okay, let's go on to song number 2. This is I Didn't Change My Number. Okay. Oh my God, stressful. Cool though. It's a vibe. I didn't change my number. I like the groove of it. It uses like a dog growling as a rhythmic element. That's so cool. Don't take it out on me. I didn't change my number. Only changed who I believe in. Yeah, okay. So she's realigning her friendships. Can be deceiving. Yeah. Maybe she's purposely cutting people out of her life. I'm out of sympathy. Yeah. She's kind of saying I don't really have any shits left to give. Do you know what I mean? Like, and she's kind of cutting toxic people out of her life. She's kind of saying I didn't change my number, I just cut you out. You know, honestly, bluntly, quite refreshing. Whoa. Okay, Phineas. A little bit edgy there with the production stuff. Very cool though. It's kind of like getting in that person's face. It's almost like, you know, bye, get out. You know, like the musically, it's like this synth kind of overshadows the rest of the production there. It's quite interesting. Yeah, I think it's kind of maybe used to say that, like, although I may seem laid back and whatever, on the inside I'm being like, you know, actually get out of my face, leave me alone. I'm cutting you out. Do you know what I mean? Cool, yeah, I like that. It kind of symbolizes a little bit like another nugget of her growth. It kind of follows on from getting older, where she's kind of starting to kind of have a bit more confidence in saying, you know, I'm going to prioritize my happiness. I'm going to cut people out of my life who don't serve me. Do you know what I mean? And she didn't change her number. She just, you know, started to change her number. I'm just not talking to you anymore. Yeah, very cool. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, again, like, I was, you know, maybe expecting the worst a little bit, but so far I've really enjoyed the 2 songs, so... okay, let's go on to the next song. This is Billie Bossa Nova, which is funny. Okay. A bit more chill. Ooh, that click is so satisfying. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure what she's talking about yet. Ooh, I think it's love related. Okay, loving somebody. Okay, but like having to try and keep them out of the public eye. Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, trying to keep their relationship out of the papers. But yeah, you need to be careful. Yeah. I love the production on this song. It's really tight, you know. It's like a different vibe for Billie though. All the songs so far are a little bit less dramatic in its production and sounds and stuff. Kind of still has that closeness, but it's less menacing and creepy and more intimate and a little bit more like, don't give a fuck, do you know what I mean? So it seems like, yeah, she's trying to have a relationship in that song, and she's kind of saying you need to lock your door, you need to lock your phone, you need to be careful because having a relationship with me comes with strings, you know? A bit like how Taylor's described it in I Know Places and stuff like that, where like she's trying to explain this feeling of like having a relationship and everybody in the world caring about it, you know, and having to like hide it, and teaching this person kind of new things, you know, like you're gonna have to start being much more careful if you want to date me. Do you know what I mean? Which is kind of bittersweet, isn't it? Yeah. I wonder why it's called Billie Bossa Nova. What do you think? Okay, let's go on to song number 4. This is My Future, which I've heard before, but like I haven't reacted to it on camera, so we can enjoy it together. I can't seem to focus. I'm just a mirror. Your reflections are... Yeah, she's kind of realizing her loneliness, I think. It's just nice. It's kind of like a ballad, isn't it? Yeah. I'm looking forward to who I'm gonna be. It's optimistic, isn't it? You know? Just wanna get to know in love with anybody else, just want to get to know myself. Yeah. She's supposed to be lonely, yeah. She's still talking about herself at this point. I love how it starts off really slow and it's a ballad, but it just evolves into this like really nice movement, you know. It's so nice to kind of hear Billie sing about herself in a more positive, optimistic way. Do you know what I mean? It looks like she's willing to grow, you know. Love, and beautifully sung that one as well. Melodic, you know. Yeah, I like that song. It's good. I love that when a song has two different energies to it, you know, and it kind of really unexpectedly goes into that like rhythm, you know, but it's really beautifully done. And it kind of like ties in a little bit more of her kind of jazz aesthetic that she had in a couple of songs in the first album. It's kind of a bit soulful, you know, it's nice. I'm alone with my future. So a lot of you have been following me for a while now, and it's so beautiful like how this little community has sprung up around this channel, and I've really appreciated like getting to know you guys, and I hope that you've appreciated getting to me. Yeah, that said, if you did want to support me and my channel, if you head over to my Spotify and click on like follow my artist profile, that's kind of what I'm really trying to grow right now is my music side of things as well as the reactions yeah, so I'd love it if you'd be able to head over there and give me a follow on Spotify. I'll leave the link in the description. Right, okay, let's go on to song number 5. This is Oxytocin. So yeah, so she did the song Zanny on the last one, which I guess is that was a drug, wasn't it? Like a antidepressant or something. And Oxytocin, again, I'm not sure what it is. Let me know what it, but I've heard of Oxy, people being addicted to Oxy, so I'm guessing it's like maybe another antidepressant or something. Let me know. Oh, cool rhythm. What? Oh, cool. I love this rhythm, it's so cool. I'm not sure what she's saying. Maybe it's about drama. Huh, okay. They listened to the wall and knew the real truth. This is quite cool. Wow. Loud. Maybe she's kind of like admitting her kind of dark fantasies. Oh shit. Kind of dark. Oh, okay. Wait. Is that like dopamine? Oh, maybe it's a bit BDSM. Cool. I like the energy of it. Yeah, if people were listening to the wall of us maybe having sex, what would they say? Oh, okay. Whoa. Oh my god. Wow. Shit, this is so cool. Wow, it's kind of dark, isn't it? This is a new kind of area for Billie and Phineas. Production-wise, sound-wise, lyrically, very cool. Yeah, Oxytocin. I'm not sure what the Oxytocin is. Maybe it's like a chemical in the brain or something. I don't know. She's kind of telling the story. I don't know whether it's sexual BDSM or whether it's like literal torture. Maybe she's kind of admitting to having these really dark feelings about this person and kind of being like, you know, in her fantasy, you should really run away, you should really, yeah, you should escape from me, like you should like I want to see what you can take and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, like the idea that if someone were to listen to the walls, like what would they hear? What would be the real idea they get from me? Very cool. Yeah. And yeah, the production on that was really cool, and that bit where it had like the fake drop thing where it all went away was super satisfying and really well done. Let's go on to song number 6. This is Gold Wing in capital letters. Oh wow, okay. Choral. Oh, okay. Wow, it's so different, isn't it? I'm not sure what she's saying. I can't figure out the lyrics very much. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's changing, huh? Oh, yes, okay. Oh my god. Oh, this is so sick. Yeah. I'm not sure what it's about, but it's such a cool vibe. Gonna play me like a souvenir just to sell you in a year. Maybe it's about like kind of trying to keep your head down, stay under the radar and not get in trouble with, you know, drama because people are willing to sell you down the river, which is what is happening. Yeah, very cool song. It's gonna start off like an angelic chorus and then like to really like deconstruct it and build this rhythm around it is super, 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 super cool. Yeah. And then lyrically it seems to be, to me at least, she seems to be talking about maybe it's, you know, kind of exactly what's going on right now. Everyone loves you, they claim you like a souvenir. And then as soon as one thing happens, they're you know, they're going to sell you in a year, you know, and that's kind of seems to be what's happened with her, with all this drama that I was talking about, you know, whether it's for good reason or not, I don't know, I can't be the judge of that, but it's a worrying pattern, right? This always happens to women in this industry. They find success and then it comes around and something comes out, something is said, and suddenly they're cancelled. You know, it happened to Taylor Swift, it happened to Gaga, it happened to Katy Perry. People wouldn't be saying the same things about their male counterparts, you know. And I think that's kind of what she's getting at. I mean, I wasn't 100% clear on all the lyrics, but yeah, it seems as if like, yeah, she was saying, I need to keep my head down because otherwise it's all going to blow up in my face. I think, like, so far at least, I would not say that this album is flopping. Like in any sense musically, they've done a really good job again with the production so far. It's super, super cool. And it seems like emotionally diving inwards a bit more, which I like. Let's go on to song number 7. I've heard this one before. This is Lost Cause. I'm not really a massive fan of this one, but I'm gonna react to it for you anyway. I mean, it's got a nice vibe. I was waiting on you. She's been let down by someone in this, isn't she? I sent you flowers. Did you even care I sent you flowers? She's been let down. Yeah, you didn't even care. I like that detail, actually. I was wrong. I haven't listened to it in a while. I don't know, yeah, actually, there's something about it that I like. No job. She must have been dating somebody for a while and kind of thought that they were, you know, had their shit together, that they were good. But she's kind of realised that, yeah, he's just a lost cause. He's not really got anything going for him at all. This kind of has a little bit more of that kind of jazz club kind of vibe, doesn't it? You know. She has so much hope for you, mate, and it didn't happen. I'm guessing like this guy maybe like quit his job because he thought, oh yeah, like Billie can look after me, you know. She's like, you know, I'm not going to be with someone who can't support themselves. Like, I need to be with someone who actually has something going for them, you know? Yeah, I think actually that song is a little bit cooler than I thought. I think the first few times I listened to it and when I heard it on the radio, I was kind of a little bit like, she's being a bit, you know, negative about this person and stuff. But I think it's almost like part of her realization of, you know, her own self-realization that she deserves better. And I think that like realizing the people around you that you've kept around you who are actually quite toxic and actually like making a choice to move on is actually quite a good kind of personal lesson to take. Yeah, so I appreciate that. And the vibe is kind of chill. It's all right, you know. Let's go on to song number 8. This is Hades Comet. Ooh. An old piano. Gonna be the ballad. It's nice. Ooh, beautiful. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. I don't want to want you. Wow, yeah, you've been in my dreams, even though I don't want to be in love with you. Silly me to fall in love with you. Oh, beautiful. What a drag to love you like. It's so beautifully put, you know. I love that. She didn't want to like this person. I was made for you. Something cosmic about it. Oh, cosmic. Love that. Beautiful. Sounds like it's ending, but there's a minute left. Oh. Huh. Yeah. Something kind of broken, isn't there? Maybe she did this bit without him. These thoughts are still going round and around in her head. She still doesn't know what to do. Like, after the song's finished, it's almost like she's come back to it and recorded this last little section, being like, I still haven't figured it out. I still don't know what I want to do. I loved that, actually. That was a really unique song. Yeah, quiet, understated, but beautifully put, and musically, like, the chord choices are really, really lovely, like jazz-like movements. And then it all changes up, and she does this last little section added on the end, and it just is surprising and cool and a nice surprise. Yeah, just, yeah, lovely. And kind of like to hear her kind of talking about this person that she doesn't necessarily see very often. Like, she comes around like less like than Hades Comet does, but she still loves them. Maybe she almost feels like she's made for this person, even though like on paper it doesn't work at all. She still loves them, and she's like, it's just such a drag. It's just annoying. Like, why? But yeah, right at the end, she reveals that she's still thinking about it, you know? Oh, I love that. That was really good. I'm going to add that one to my playlist. If you haven't been following, I have a Spotify playlist, which is like my current vibe. It's basically the songs that are like inspiring me at the moment. So, and I usually add my favorites from these reactions. So yeah, that one's going on there. But yeah, I'll leave the link in the description if you wanted to follow that playlist as well. Let's go on to the next song. This is song number 9. Song number 9. This is Not My Responsibility. It's quite cool.
Do you know me?
Oh, okay. Contemplating.
Really know me?
Do you really know me?
You have opinions about my opinions.
Wow, okay. Considering what's going on at the moment, this is a bit like on the nose, isn't it?
Some people hate what I wear.
So there's so much like of her having to deal with, like
Some people use it to shame me.
dealing with the reality of this fame, you know?
Or your sigh of relief. If I live, I'd never be able to move.
Wow.
Would you like me to be quiet?
Oh my god. This is so like fascinating.
If I wear what is comfortable, I am not a woman.
Yeah, jeez.
Shed the layers. I'm a slut. Though you've never
That's the
seen
reality of being a woman in this industry at the moment, isn't it?
Judge me for it.
Kind of
your perception.
philosophical, isn't it? You know?
Or is your opinion of me not my responsibility?
That's the lesson. So it sounds like in that, like the end there, it's going on to the next song. So we'll go into that in a sec, because like, wow, like so much kind of, she really just summed up in a really kind of different way for her exactly how she feels being this like famous person. People judge her for what she looks like. People say that she's not a woman because she dresses comfortably, and then as soon as she takes her clothes off, she's a slut. She can't win. People don't say the same things about men. Let's just make that clear. These things are like her male counterparts in the industry do not get the same kind of treatment. Like, as I was saying earlier, like it's happened to so many females in the industry, and this is her way of almost kind of contemplating it and presenting it in a different format. She doesn't present a resolution. She almost just very bluntly and very refreshingly calls out society as it is. And as we've been talking about with the drama, like that's going on at the moment, isn't that just another symptom of what she's talking about in this song? Obviously, she must have recorded this in advance. I don't think she realised how topical it would be. I'm not going to say that she hasn't made mistakes. I'm not going to like, you know, support her in like some of the queer baiting stuff and stuff. You know, that is shit. But like, doesn't this show us that it was almost like gonna happen? It didn't matter what came out about her. It's almost like it was predestined. It's a really fascinating thing that I think we all need to kind of take on board before we anonymously type on Twitter and social media. Okay, cool. Let's go on to the next song. This is song number 10. This is Overheated. Yeah, go straight on.
I don't even know how it happened. They started laughing.
It's explaining
How it happened.
a circumstance, something that happened. Maybe she's looking back at like how she kind of blew up and doesn't really know
Walking.
how it happened. Yeah.
I'm overheated.
wonder what she means by I'm overheated. Maybe it's her kind of being like, you know, I'm gonna continue going even though people try and cancel me and delete me, I'm still gonna keep going. But overheated, it sounds like she's maybe starting to struggle with it. God. It's kind of defiant, isn't it? Yeah. It's very much like her kind of very in her head about like what she's going through. Oh, wow. I wonder why she's saying she's overheated though, you know? Interesting. Kind of more like ruminating on, it seems like it's kind of a continuation, I think. But it does sound more defiant, you know? But then she says she's overheated, so maybe she is struggling. Maybe she's been defiant and now she's kind of struggling to continue. I don't know. Okay, quite a cool song. I like the vibe, but I'm not really necessarily sure what it's like, what it fully is about. Let me know what you think it's about in the comments, of course. Let's go on to song number 11. This is Everybody Dies. We're getting existential up in here.
Everybody dies. Surprise.
Surprise. She's quite old for her age, isn't she? Do you know what I mean?
You might not be alone.
Oof. Hearing her singing full voice is quite cool.
Everybody dies. That's what they say.
That's what they say.
And maybe they'll find another way. If everybody goes,
Oof. She's really grappling with this kind of existential crisis,
you'd still be alone.
you know, and kind of dealing with the fact that like it doesn't really matter what you do with your life in a way because you're gonna die anyway. Oof. Bit dark. It's kind of, I really like the tension, you know. It's okay, yeah. Because we're not alone. We all kind of go through this. Yeah. Wow. Cool. I like that. It's kind of interesting to see where her head's at, you know. She's kind of gone through a lot of traumatic stuff and contemplating life, you know, what it is to be human. And realizing, you know, everyone's gonna die at some point. She kind of takes solace in the end there, basically by saying, you know, we all have to deal with this, you know. This is something that we all go through, this existential kind of thing. And she's quite young to be kind of going through it, but it is something that we all go through. And yeah, she takes a bit of solace in that, you know. Okay, let's go on to song number 12. This is Your Power, which I have actually already reacted to. I did a short reaction. And I like this song. It's pretty good. Yeah, actually, I forgot how much. Yeah, I actually really like this one. It's so smooth, you know. The guitar is really full and warm. And she's telling this kind of warning story, kind of saying to people, you know, don't abuse your power.
Try not to abuse your power.
It's really nice to hear them, like, production-wise, like, using an acoustic guitar just in a natural recording. Do you know what I mean? Like, not a over-processed guitar or anything, you know. It's nice. I love that bit. There's a lot of subtle production in this, which I really appreciate. How dare you, and how could you try not to abuse your power? Yeah, I just love the smoothness of it. And I think that like a lot of people have said, oh, the production on these singles have been a bit shit, you know, there hasn't really been much. But when you really listen to the detail, there's a lot going on. Like little vocal things, little delays, little moments, little tiny little snippets of samples. It's subtle. And I really appreciate a bit of subtlety, especially in a song like this. I love how they take away the beat there and the guitar, and then they bring it in. It's just so nicely done. It's subtle, but it's really just, yeah, confidently made, you know. Yeah, I really like that. It's so, yeah, I think I said it all really, you know. It's beautiful, actually. And I think listening to it again on reflection, I do appreciate so much more of its detail and its subtlety, you know. Something that I don't think the other singles really managed to quite nail. Love that one. Your Power, beautiful. And I love the lyrics. I love the story of it. The message is quite powerful. You need to understand that in certain circumstances, you might have power over another person, whether it be in a job, whether it be in relationship, or, you know, you should be responsible. You know, you should take responsibility to be aware that you're in a powerful position, and don't abuse somebody else and use somebody else. You might not be doing it on purpose, but you need to just check yourself before you wreck yourself. Well, yeah, let's go on to song number 13. This is NDA, which I haven't heard. Yeah, I kind of wanted to save the reaction for you guys. So, yeah, we're going to do that. Oh. Oh. Huh. More of rumination on fame, isn't it, I think? Yeah. Cool vibe, interesting production. Must be horrible to live like that, you know? Okay, interesting. Different place. Oof. Interesting. This harkens back a little bit more to the first album. She's really like thinking, you know, do I actually want to do this? She was it. Oh, that's referring to the other song, isn't it? I was excited about my future, but now I want it. I want to kind of move on. Yeah. I like it goes to different places, this song, you know. When I sold you my heart. Wow. Jeez. Ah, okay, it goes right into Therefore I Am. That's cool. That really does fit into the story of the album, of her really kind of questioning her choices and thinking, actually, is this right for me? You know, can I deal with all this drama and this trauma? You know, the fact that she was in a position where she had to get somebody to sign an NDA in order to, you know, sleep with her or whatever, just to do a normal human thing. She had to do this like horrible legal thing, and it's messed her up, you know? It's made her really, really think, do I want this? Do I actually want to continue in the music industry? Yeah, wow. You don't really hear that in pop music, do you? People like actively questioning themselves. It's very meta because she's using this song. She's questioning whether she actually wants to continue making music. Do you know what I mean? It's like fascinating, really. And it feels like we're really seeing into her head. Galvanize. Don't fall asleep. Right, okay, let's go on to song number 14. This is Therefore I Am. I'm not actually a massive fan of this song. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this song doesn't really go where I need it to go. Does that make sense? What the hell are you talking about? It's quite a fascinating album in terms of her psyche, because this is definitely more of a confident song, especially after like you're really questioning herself in the last song. Damn.
I really couldn't care less, and I couldn't give him my best.
Yeah, a little bit. And maybe it's like people who think that they know her, you know, and she's kind of saying, you know, I'm a real person under all this, you know. So she's like, I'm sorry, I don't think I caught your name, you know. She wasn't paying attention. She doesn't care. Therefore I am. Yeah, that song hasn't really grown on me. I appreciate what she's saying with it. I don't know, it just doesn't, it's not really my kind of song. This album has actually kind of outstripped my expectations in a lot of ways. Okay, let's go on to song number 15. Whew, this is the title track. This is Happier Than Ever. Huh.
When I'm away from you, happier than ever.
This one kind of does feel like the album. Does that make sense? The cover. When I'm away from you, I'm happier than ever. More like cutting toxic people out of her life again, isn't it? You know?
Tell me what to do.
Yeah.
You skip my avenue.
Maybe this is the person that she was in love with again. Maybe she's talking about that again.
You do the opposite of what you said you do.
She's like, she can't trust him. She lost trust for him and realising she's better without him.
So if you really wanna know,
It's kind of almost like fairy tale like, this song, isn't it? In a sense.
I wish it wasn't true.
I wish it wasn't true. She's so conflicted about these love stories, isn't she? Okay, it's moving on. Oh,
You call me
it's changed.
driving home under the influence.
Huh. I like that lyrically.
'Cause you only listen to your I don't
Ha.
relate to you.
Yeah. Taking a bit more power from it now. Singing in full voice. Crazy.
You made me hate this city.
Yeah, wow. Oh my god, this has changed, isn't it? Wow. Wow, you ruined it. She's pissed off. Wow. Ha. You never showed up on time. You never put yourself out there for me. And actually, I'm happier without you. Yeah. Wow, this is quite a powerful way to bring the album to a close, isn't it, I think? So distorted, isn't it? Like, rah. And considering the first section of the song is so quiet, yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's almost hurting my ears, Jesus. But she's just washing her hands of him, you know? Oof. I really love like how the two different halves of that song really represent how it feels to kind of move on from someone like that. Because in the first section, she's kind of wishing it wasn't true. You know, she's like, I think I'm happier when you're not here, and it's kind of sad to say because I really loved you and all this kind of stuff. And then it's almost like she has that realization. She's like, wait, actually, no, you were f***ing shit. Like, you didn't ever turn up on time. You were always very selfish talking about yourself. Like, I think she says, like, you called, like, after I already left you, you called me back and tried to, like, win me back and whatever. And all I could hear was you talking about yourself and not listening to me and not understanding me. And she was just like, actually, no, f*** you. And she just blew the song out and really, really, really represented a very different emotion on the same topic, which I thought was actually such a cool way to craft one song, you know? Yeah, there's some really, really, really clever stuff on this album. Like, do not pass it by just because some of it seems a little bit maybe not as inspired. I don't know, like, I don't think that's true, but anyway. Okay, before we go on to the last song, if you haven't already, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. And yes, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at SingSongDan. And if you want to follow me on Spotify, it's at Lucent. Yeah, I'll leave all the links for you in the description. Cool. Let's go on to the final song of the album. This is Male Fantasy. Oh, they got the acoustic back. Could be a Taylor Swift song.
Distract myself with pornography.
Huh.
She looks at me.
Yeah.
It's a male fantasy.
Oh, she's watching porn. Okay. This is a really beautiful song, but like the lyrics are like... Just kind of assessing like how the guy she was dating maybe was living in his own fantasy.
We're just pretending to be alright. Convince myself
Oh.
I hate you.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, this is so nice.
I got a call from a girl I used to know, but it wasn't so.
Relationships change and evolve, don't they?
I worry this is how I'm always gonna feel.
Yeah.
But nothing, and I
I love that. Oof. Oh,
hate you.
so beautifully written. Oh, love it.
Get over you, no matter what I do. I could never hate you.
I could never hate you. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh my God, I loved that. That first verse that's like watching pornography, like look at the male fantasy, is an interesting way to frame it. But like, it just kind of really shows us how conflicted she is about this relationship. And maybe like it was because of their mutual fantasy of the relationship that it didn't work out, that they weren't actually kind of real with one another. But now she's being very real and she's saying, I wish I didn't, but I still love you. And I wish I could hate you, but I can't. I never will, you know. Just such a kind of beautiful admission, you know? Yeah. Oh, and I thought it was really beautifully sung and really beautifully written. That was that really, really, really nice way to end the album. So yeah, overall, my expectations were I was expecting it to, you know, really not live up to the first album at all. Based on the singles and stuff, and based on, you know, basically what people have been saying. But, like, I was wrong, to be honest. Like, I think there's some really, really clever stuff on there. She dives in, she cracks her ribcage open and shows us, like, everything. And it's kind of beautiful, but also kind of, like, difficult to listen to, but also, I don't know, it's very mixed. There are a few ups and downs, but I think overall, I think it's a really successful album that really pushes Billie to go to a new place where she really opens up into a new realm of songwriting for her. More than not, I think she's really successful. And again, the production is at some points subtle, at some points completely not subtle, but it is always interesting and it's always unique. And I think it all kind of comes together to create an album that's set apart from her first album in a very different way. And you might not like that way, but I really appreciate that she's done something very different. You know, I love it, actually. I thought it was really good. Yeah. On the thumbnail, I wanted to kind of set up the fact that I was worried that it was not gonna work. And but yeah, I was proved wrong. Right. Make sure to let me know what you think of the album in the comments. I know it's going to be a contentious one. I'm ready for the comments. We'll see how it goes. As always, I really love to hear your opinion. Cool. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Make sure to come back next week. I'm not doing a vote this month because I am moving house. I've had to record everything in advance. So sorry, I'm not going to do a vote this month. I can reveal that I will be reacting to Fiona Apple for the finally, after all that time. Yeah, so make sure to tune in next week. So before we finish, let's go on to the song of the week. So for the song of the week this week, I'm going to pick London Grammar. I think it's their first album. If You Wait, there's a song called Wasting My Young Years that is really, really, really beautiful. I heard a podcast of them talking about it one time, and it was like really fascinating to hear them kind of break it down and kind of say, oh, when we originally wrote it, it was kind of a slow song. And then like a producer they were collaborating with was like, what if we just were to just mix it up and just put a really strong beat on it? It turns into this song that is like really different. And it's like, it's super impassioned and super kind of like emotional, but then adding this kind of drum beat on it gives it an urgency as well that's really surprising and cool. But yeah, so I'll add that one to my Song of the Week playlist, and I'll leave that in the description for you. That's Wasting My Young Years by London Grammar. Cool. Thanks. See you next week. Bye.